Hello everyone, Jason Leia back here again, and today I originally wanted to talk about the new Harley Quinn special that came out on HBO Max for the show, but I thought Valentine's Day is right around the corner. I'll just wait to upload it on Valentine's Day, so for now I'm just going to stick to another Harley Quinn type of movie. And this time around, we're going to be talking about Batman and Harley Quinn. This movie tells a story of Batman and Nightwing going under an investigation where they are trying to find this guy who's kind of like the Swamp Thing, but is really not. And he's teaming up with Poison Ivy. And they both want to turn the world into plants and, the basic Poison Ivy supervillain plan type of shtick. But this time around, they need the help of Harley Quinn because she is still somewhat friends with Poison Ivy, even though she's trying to turn herself away from the life of crime. And so she is forced by Nightwing and Batman to go with them to try and find Poison Ivy. A whole bunch of shenanigans happens along the way. Now, I remember watching this movie back in the theater when it was a fandom event limited release. And I had a pretty fun time with the film back then. Now rewatching it today, it's an alright movie. It is not as great as I thought it was. It wasn't as funny as I thought it was. But let's talk about the film now. What I did not really like is that the humor at times is really hit and miss. And it wouldn't be as much of a problem if a lot of the jokes were funny, but since not all of them landed as well as I hoped they would this time around, a lot of it is due to bad timing and bad writing at times. Some of the jokes just didn't land for me, and the fact that this movie is like an hour and 15 minutes long, they stick out like a sore thumb. And so, while I do like the short run time and how quick the pacing is, the jokes, whenever they don't land for me, just really stick out to me, and the humor aspect of the film just isn't there for me. Also, the animation I like, but there is nothing special about it. There is nothing eye-opening or interesting going on with the animation. I do like how the style is very, very reminiscent to the Batman animated series style. Though there are a few changes here and there to a few designs, I do love the fact that this feels more in line with the style of Batman the animated series, at least in terms of style and atmosphere. In terms of tone, it is completely different. I know the series had some humorous moments, but this is like a full-on buddy cop comedy. And while I do like that aspect about the film, it's pretty weird, to say the least, considering the universe it sets itself in. Also, the voice acting from Kevin Conroy and all the other voice actors are really good. Melissa Ranch, she gotten a lot of mixed responses as her portrayal of Harley Quinn. She's not my favorite, but honestly, I did not really mind her as much as other people. I thought she was pretty alright for the role, and even rewatching it now, I still think she did a really good job as Harley Quinn, in my opinion. Again, it's very different. It's not Harley Quinn we all know and expect to be. Also, the movie very much relies on a lot of sexual innuendos and jokes. Like, this is probably the raunchiest and horniest Batman movie I have ever seen. And in some cases, it kind of works, but in other cases, it could be a little bit too much. And I think that's what puts some people off about this movie. And I can understand that. But I think it's really just the tone balancing is the problem here. It's not able to balance its serious moments well with the humorous moments. I think in the later half of the movie and the second, the middle chunk is when the movie really starts to pick up. It's just setting up all these story points here just really was a bit of a drag and really messy. And that's where a lot of the bad jokes tend to be for me. Though I do love the aspects of Batman investigating, I just always like it when these movies in some way are able to incorporate Batman doing some detective work. I feel like that has been a forgotten trait about the character up until the Matt Reeves Batman movie. So it's always nice to see a bit of detective Batman in some way, shape, or form. What really saved this movie for me is just the dynamic between Nightwing, Batman, and Harley Quinn. Most of the scenes with them are the more funnier parts of the film, especially Nightwing. I like his inclusion in the movie. Kevin Conroy as Batman is really good. Even though the animation isn't something to be wowed about, I still really enjoy the way this movie looks and the way it's animated. The action is pretty fun at times here and there. I love some of the more adult senses of humor. But again, the tone balancing and half the jokes do not really land for me. So overall, while this is not the worst movie I've ever seen, and I don't think it's as bad as other people say, I could understand why some people may not like it, but I could also understand why some people may have a fun time with this movie, and at times, I can have a fun time with it too. I'm going to give Batman and Harley Quinn a B. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys next time.